Okay, we're up. We're recording.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Um, hey folks. Ballstown Advance League Season 2, Week 3.
Yeah.
Focus Lunch here and Clod as well today joining me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we're getting into it. We're doing Soul Rock Division first because they get their games done quicker because they're cooler than
Yeah.
us. Um,
Uh,
Hitsune Mike is kind of taking me out.
yeah. So I really like the yeah. I don't understand why they stayed in here with the Tentacool. Like Hariyama
I am
99 times out of 100
assuming
carries Earthquake.
just didn't expect the quake. Also, this might be guts because I did not expect that to one shot. This is a crazy switch because no way Kingdra killed Yama
Yeah,
is
no
bad.
way is it taking a cross chop a break. Like
Yama is so.
and then
Oh,
Hydro Miss.
maybe like a high roll Hydro Pump if it wasn't like Spadef Invest or something. Maybe it's not guts. I don't know.
And
The
pump.
Hydro Pump only does 54.
54 and then that. But
Hariyama
it
is
does die to
2 and
toxic, so
0.
that's at least yeah, that's a
Yeah,
toxic.
KFC's out.
Okay.
Do you remember when there was a huge uproar for Blaziken having like wiener feathers
Oh
in
my
like
God.
Pokken tournament?
That's that's one of the things where I actually noticed it as a kid because like I was one of the kids in like Diamond and Pearl Platinum Gen 4 when when they first added like the differences between like
Oh, like the
genders and like
gendered
certain
sprites, yeah.
sprites.
Is
Yeah.
that a gender difference for Blaziken?
Um Blaziken's one is bigger on males.
That's like that's
So
pretty
like
funny.
it's intentional. Like it had to be
hmm
intentional.
I think Sheige's line here of um, blowing up on the
But
Raikou was
blowing
kind
up
of
on
smart.
the
I think Sludge Bomb would have been fine though.
the thing, so
But
it got Steelix in for free. It doesn't allow the it both gets rid of the substitute and brings in Steelix.
yeah,
That's the and you know that
absolutely.
pressures the Raikou so it can't substitute again. It can't go for Calm Mind.
Totally. But I think Weezing might be faster than P2. And, like, I would have just kept Sludge Bombing until it was, like, very clear that, this might be scary because this thing might carry T-Bolt.
And
Might not
then
want.
go for
Oh.
T-Bolt and fucking one shots. Damn.
Most cloisters run, like, Spadef Investment to not get one shot by a lot of stuff. I don't know if this one was.
And then here
Um,
comes the T-Tar. T-Tar with
Sand.
spike support and you only have 3 months left is kind of scary.
Yeah, totally. What a weird.
Over here, um,
Do you think it has. Doesn't have Thunder Wave or.
Brick. Okay, I was thinking it's like this Tyranitar either has Focus Punch or Brick Break.
Mm-hmm.
If you sent it in
But
here,
even, I mean, Stab Rock Slide would have two tapped, right?
it would have chunked it. But I'm thinking now you go for like Thunder. Jeez, it's just like keep attacking, I guess. But
Yeah, I think needed the +2 to outspeed like Timid Raikou maybe.
yeah, definitely at 10 outspeed Raikou. I was thinking more from like the P2 to Thunder Wave this thing.
Oh, and outspeed the Dougie too.
Yeah,
I would have
but yeah,
switched hard into the Dougie, like
hard into Dougie on like the Steelix or
or
the
maybe, but I was thinking like because Dougie outspeeds +1 T-Tar.
yeah, true.
Um,
Yeah, so instead of getting like the Thunderbolt chip, you trap it with Dougie, and
yeah,
then
like you have to predict some like either a
you
rock
have to protect
move
either
or
the
something. But
or
probably
hope to God
honestly,
you live the Brick Break.
Brick Break was probably gone for instead of Rock Slide, like in case Dougie switched. Honestly.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay. Sheej up +3. We move on to Gigavorce's Viv. Um,
Okay, so
I'm really traumatized by Espeon.
yeah, Espeon is very basically you give it an inch, it takes a mile. Especially and that all depends on what hidden power it is.
Yeah.
See, right now this is kind of very oh the baton. All right, forgot we didn't ban
Titular
baton pass.
Shellbow.
The roar was good here. Get back into Espeon. You need to click toxic. You either roar here or you set up a layer of spikes.
Yeah,
Okay, the roar.
I'd roar. Captain
The
Arg.
meta into the wheel.
Okay, okay.
Surf survives, so that probably has some sort of SPDF investment because Omastar has really high special attack.
Yeah, potentially. Um,
And then the good
considering how
old
much it
per
did to Pert, yeah.
good old,
Like, that's like, that chunked.
and
And it's running
hidden
speed.
power grass. That's something you kind of just always have to call, where that's always the risk
Oh, I'm
with
running it versus Swampert every week, yeah. Like, I'm gonna run
yeah,
some random HP grass on a couple guys.
yeah.
Jingle bells.
Not
I
best
think this
list
is rough because the
Into the
Psychic
Gengar
could come out. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
I like I'm guessing they predicted the earthquake, but at the same time, it's like psychic is always just it gives you something here.
Why would you... I don't know. A lot of chip happening. I don't know what this Gengar has, but anytime I have a Pokemon that could run Boom, I'm running Boom 75% of the time. Because, like,
It's,
you
it's
just
like
got it.
Earth
And you
right
could have got rid of
here.
the Claydol. So, got something in for
What's he
free.
locking himself into?
Um,
Return doing 22, so yeah, that is banded. Is the Claydol?
it's not banded.
Fucking hell. I haven't seen all of these, so that I've seen majority of them, but I haven't seen all of them. So
Yeah, I don't remember all of
it,
them. We're already,
it
like, starting week 5, so... Or are we starting week... I don't know. I
Lexi
don't know
was
where we're at.
good. That things are like now
Rain Dance. Oh my god.
gonna run into the Regice. That is all. That is an awful roar target. Like this thing
You
just
get the
presses like.
Toxic off. I don't know. It's not that bad.
Well, it's not bad for Giga. I mean, it's like this is one of the things where Giga probably saw this coming. It's like, we rock with this.
We rock. You're gonna get as much lefties recovery as you can. Do you sack Gengar? You sack
Giga.
Gengar. This is looking really just kind of sad.
I'm guessing like
Um,
obviously the agility baton pass is obviously supposed to go into the Ursaring here and its guts, but just no good way to get it in. Trick
Choice Band.
and leftovers. All right. So now this Jolteon's pretty much crippled. Yeah, see, you go into the Ursaring here. Body slam. I think so.
Um,
It's one of those things where you kind of want it to paralyze, but also don't want it to paralyze because that means guts activates, but
yeah, but
then the
it's you're
speed boost is
faster than it
negated.
now though. So
Yeah.
because
Well, not only negated, it's all into the right. I remember this. The crit was insane.
the crit, I think that Ursaring really
Granted,
needed the
the
Lumberry.
game was probably over still, but it's just
I
like
think if
it turned it it turned possibly like +4, and she's like, okay, this is a +6 now because there's almost no hope of coming back from this.
mm, well, if a Jolly +2 Ursaring outspeeds the Espeon, which it should, then
Yeah,
it could have. I think it could have reverse swept if it had
yeah.
Lumberry. Um, which I remember being talked about in the the post match chat.
But at the same time, again, it's one of those things where in the team builder you're not really thinking about because it's just like, oh, guts, I want to
Yeah,
use that to my effectiveness. You don't want to, potentially negate your own guts proc.
totally. Um, but with the amount of
That's also kind of like the problem of Ursaring being the baton pass target, because now you're kind of more reserved with it, switching in on on a T wave, because now
hmm,
you kind of want it to have the speed where Ursaring's main strength is that like, oh, it switches in on a thunder wave once, and then now it has like this big
this huge
power
attack
boost
stat,
for the rest
yeah,
of the game.
because it's not no Ursaluna with flame orb. That was really rough to watch. Towards the end, it was nothing was happening for Viv for old Pert. Viv
Just
does
like
this really corny
the
naming
Gengar
convention.
switch in on the Claydol was, it felt like it was all risk and no potential reward for that,
Hmm.
really.
Seeing this
It's like,
Gengar named Boom question mark, you know it doesn't have Boom,
yeah,
and that makes me mad. Because I'm like, shut up. Yeah,
like
well,
Skarmy was still alive there, so he could have switched in Skarmy and been 100% safe on, but no, he decided to switch in Gengar on.
yeah. I think, I don't
Again,
know.
it was the hard read that that Giga was going to go for Earthquake,
Hmm.
and it just didn't work out.
No. But, when you have Skarm, it's like, why
Like,
would
yeah,
you.
it was like the baton pass switch. So like the +2 speed, you probably want something that would have gone that +2, and Skarmy wasn't the best thing to get. But at the same time, Skarmy +2, it means like, oh hey, it gets spikes out
Totally. Yeah.
before something, it
Yeah.
gets a toxic
Viv
out,
was
it
trying to
gets,
blow his load. Viv was trying to oh, if I can agility pass to something, but it wasn't. You weren't ready for that yet. You didn't do enough damage
yeah,
yet.
it there wasn't the opportunity, didn't like present itself, but yeah, they were trying to force it.
Yeah. Um. Well said. All right.
Next
Going
one.
to go to Jack versus
Ooh.
Logan, Middle Eastern T-Tar.
I always love uh Jack's replays. They're always so fun to watch.
Jack plays a lot of ADV.
E- exactly. He
Do you notice that
substitute
if you put
the
one
thief.
extra Toby,
Okay,
one
so
extra
now I
Claw,
know I never seen this because I would have remembered the fucking thief executor.
that is crazy.
What?
That is a lot.
Founding behind a sub is scary because like, damn, Toxic here. At least that does proc Marvel scale,
True.
and as long as Toxic doesn't get too out of hand, it can be pretty beneficial.
Hmm.
Toxic on the Vaporeon is great. That forces a heal bell or whatever.
If it has it, yeah.
Yeah, if it has it.
Good
And her
good
new
switch
matchup.
here. Is this thing gonna boom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Expecting a
To be
stab
honest, I
move.
probably would have boomed there too. I would not have expected this thing to have substitute as well, especially since it got baton pass
It
to
already.
substitute. Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
but the double edge killing there is good
Hmm.
too. Um,
Yeah, because
Alakazam.
having Eggy out
Does
was like, oh
does
god, I don't want
Alakazam
to give
naturally
him that
outspeed
type of
Dodrio? I thought Dodrio was faster.
stuff. Zam, I'm pretty sure Dodrio is either
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100 or
Okay. Never mind.
110, and Zam is 120. DMV
And here we
manager the
go,
Machamp is
the
funny.
fucking Machamp.
This thing has done so much work so far. Great
The
bulk
bull,
up breed. That is
and
actually
why
insane.
detect instead of protect?
I don't know. I think it has less PP actually. Psych up is wild,
But and also like, how the
but
hell is
it's
this Machamp outspeeding Metacham?
I guess it's not max speed.
Or that, or Jack put speed EVs
I would too on a bulk up one.
on a bulk up one that's meant to set up and sweep. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also draft. So like you
Yeah.
can
Draft, you could get away with funny shit.
yeah, with unintuitive yeah.
It's here. Rock slide, probably.
That's
Ooh,
a
rock slide
rough
miss.
it's a rough miss. You live a flying though with +1 defense. You definitely
Earthquake.
live in Earth. Maybe you
Really?
don't. I don't know.
Well, if Earthquake did 51,
No, the
I
flying would
think
have
HP
killed.
Flame probably would have killed because that's stab and super effective.
I would have ran HP fly versus
Yeah,
this team. There's a lot of
yes.
stuff that's neutral.
Sending in this Snorlax when this thing has Brick Break is weird, but I guess it does force. Yeah, I guess he knew that he survived obviously, and then
Well, this thing's low-ish, and Vaporeon doesn't have a
true.
lot like the
Yeah,
greatest
yeah.
fizz
Don't
diff.
want to give him a.
Um,
And I'm guessing the sleep talk was was a
hold on.
yeah. You saw the sleep
Okay, the misclick. Yeah, that
misclick, but the thing is
is
though that actually ended up working for him
Jack is
because of
God's
the fucking
favorite.
counter.
That is insane. A crazy
So now
misclick.
this thing has counter. You're
Now you
not.
know this thing is counter,
So
so
it's
you
just like,
gotta.
okay, now you gotta play the counter mind games.
But does it
But
have
taunt and counter is pretty good for forcing the counter procs.
free bird guitar solo?
But if he was sleep counter, I mean, what's Butterfree like the one pointer? So a one pointer with sleep powder is pretty good. So
I think it's like really good. I think it's like one of the I like the probably should be more than a one pointer. I think it's like better than a lot of the two pointers.
it, yeah, just sleep powder alone and being immune to earthquake is insane for 1 point.
Yeah, and spikes, and then you have yeah,
Like 4 times fighting resist. So like random brick breaks or focus punches.
yeah. In ways, it's like comparable to
Yeah,
Smeargle because you're faster than things that are slow, and you have an
yeah.
accurate sleep move and paralyzed move, and you have like baton pass.
Guessing Jack didn't have earthquake because he probably would have pressed it a lot earlier.
Yeah, I
And
don't
I'm
think I
surprised that
would
plus
have.
3 body slam still didn't kill.
Yeah, if there's no ghost or steel type, I'm just bringing mono normal stab. Honestly,
Fair.
um, great great end game work
Yeah, great end
from
game. Machamp really weakened the entire team, allowed Snorlax to sleep. Sweep.
yeah. I think if Ments had HP flying, it honestly would have been close.
Yeah, it would have been a lot closer and a lot
Hmm.
more threatening. But again, hindsight.
Totally, totally. Um,
All right,
this
Bandit
was one.
Laton. Yep, we knew that was
this
coming.
this was one of the suggested
Thumbnails.
thumbnails for the video because it was just like the nicknames. I don't know who made this team for Jim. I don't know if it was
Crusty
just.
jockstrap
I don't
is.
know what. There's just like a lot. There, it's.
To be honest, like I thought it was you because like, a lot of this feels like very you like nicknames that you just like randomly.
I don't know
Uh,
what gay man made this team for Jim. It wasn't me. I
yes, especially because
promise.
like especially like the Magneton nickname is just like Yowie, isn't
We have been on a yaoi kick in the Discord
it?
calls at 5 in the morning.
A toxic Yowie.
But
Substitute. Yeah, Magneton basically gets to do whatever it wants in front of a
but is
burned
is getting
fortress.
yeah, clearly, I mean, I don't know why
But the
the.
thing is, though, at the same time, Magneton gets no setup moves, so what are you really accomplishing?
I guess just getting the leftovers, right?
Well, leftovers and I guess like a substitute, so you were able to like chip something for free.
Yeah. Does this have.
Toxic.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, its only attacking move is Thunderbolt. Was the Leech Seed a misclick, or do they not know that Leech
Does
Seed is?
Thunderbolt breaks the sub? That's not
Uh,
great for
yep,
Gil.
it's forced to try to break it. And then doesn't one of these Thunderbolts paralyze? Ooh, the crit.
Now
Can
you
we?
can't do nothing.
Dick.
I would have just sacked the Sceptile there. Like it's like
Yeah.
so low HP. You
It,
want to
it's
get
at
something in
it's
for
at
free.
22. It
Yeah,
can't even substitute anymore.
is really high.
Trading a toxic just to get Magneton out is not great. Crobat comes in on a Leech Seed.
I love Crobat's back sprite because you could
It
see his funny little feet, which you
Yeah,
never see.
just as literal, just like, oh, he has no legs, no ankles, just feet. Really good rapid spin, getting rid of all those spikes. So now Gil's pretty much pretty much like far
I don't know what
behind.
kind of weird like Gil is nicknaming Pokemon
Oh, it's
like
pretty much just like, oh hey, uh, phallus.
you're trying to not get your message removed on Dress to Impress.
Yeah.
Um, oh,
That did 45, but
imagine the leech
thing
seed
is that with
there.
with the leftovers, he's out of overgrow range.
Does it kill with Overgrow now?
Yeah, now because the previous one
Yeah.
did 45, so that's why Jim switched.
I like that those abilities are like actually good
It's
in
actually
like
good in Gen 3 just because,
yeah,
like, eh,
so many useless
things
abilities.
aren't doing just so much damage where you're either
Oh
getting
god. Was that a
one
roll?
shot pretty much, you know?
That was a lot of damage.
Earthquake. This thing's now loafing around, so Bayonet gets to do whatever it wants here. Into Magneton.
That's a
I,
big
I keep
damage for a
forgetting Magneton
resisted
has, like,
hit.
no special defense, so it just dies to pretty much anything.
And now
It's like
Protect
that's
Blissey
like the
just
main
wins.
separator between Magneton and Magnezone for me is that like Magneton can't take a single fucking hit.
No, it's not. Which is funny because it
It,
looks like defensive. You know, it's like this like kind of
it, though I guess maybe that's some like with some hindsight of Magnezone. I guess Magnezone's role. Like
yeah.
again, it is just three Magnetons put together. So
So it should have 3 times the bulk.
three times the defense. Like, hold on, let me double check Magneton's base defense because I know that shit's low too.
I think his defense is okay. I think his HP is abysmal.
Bullet X.
Jim being smart and bringing the protect.
Yeah, it only has like 25 base HP, but defense is good, sanity. So,
It's
but
only
yeah,
70. Oh god.
yeah.
All right, let's go, Jim.
But yeah, the defense with against the slacking pretty much just says, "Oh hey, I win."
Right. Fortnite. I kind of like that both their grass types are weed themed.
Yeah,
Sometimes the good stuff.
Just-
Like that's kind of funny.
that seems to be a very reoccurring theme with Justice League in general.
We're
Like,
children. Yeah.
well, last week the Rosalia's name was like 420 something.
Oh, got you. That's just where we're at in life right now. Um, Zapdos hits so hard. 46 to a resist is like crazy. All right.
Zapdos, again, it's no matter what generation it's in, Zapdos just does insane.
Electric Flying's a great type, and when
Yeah,
its stats are
and
good,
it can. And in earlier generations, it had the luxury of being either defensive or offensive. But
hmm
now, like, obviously with power creep, it's kind of forced more to defensive.
yeah, but even like um, a Thunderbolt from 125 attack, like special attack on invested, it's not a joke.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean?
not
Like
nothing.
some frail Pokemon are gonna go down to
Yeah.
it. So
And then, Gen 4 onwards, just discharge spam is insane.
absolutely. All right,
All right.
moving on
Let's get this
to
one over with, Jesus.
you and Nigeria on their phone.
Yeah.
Walrein Wednesday. Okay.
Into this because
Yeah, this is smart
it,
because like, what is she gonna
it,
do
it can't
unless
it
she
can't score
has
me. It,
HP Ghost?
so forces them to reveal Hidden Power Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
The Will-O-Wisp. Get
Nigea's
get
Pokken
some
tournament
chip
main.
here. Pretty much negate leftovers. I think
Lori
my main
about
problem
to
this
bust.
with this battle is because usually when I usually have like the team sheet on the side here. For this one, I didn't. Hence why I fucking just decided to boom. I completely forgot Raiko was in the bag.
Right, right. Saving their him for
Yeah,
Raikou would have been really important.
yeah,
This is a really fat Gardevoir.
yeah.
That was a crit.
I was also like had some like special defense investments, so it's not like max speed max. And then you got Peter here.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I need to say something that I thought about earlier. Um, look at Executor's feet, right?
Yeah.
Now look at Snorlax's feet. They get the same foot. They're like
Yeah,
color
it's just
inverted,
that's
but
not like
like
has
there's like
one
a
more.
Gen 1 Pokemon foot,
Yeah.
and I'm really fond of it.
Yeah, just the circle with spikes.
Just like this, like he has the
Yeah.
little like heel of the
It's
foot
like like
bean.
the like cat or dog paw kind
Yeah,
of like patting.
but like the nails, they don't have toes. They just have
Yeah,
claws.
just
They're just like made of keratin for maximum murder.
so I can't rest.
I feel like that would hurt though. Imagine like stubbing your claw on like a tree.
Well, it depends. Like it'd be one of those things where is there is there like bone behind there? Is it just like meshy? So it's like
I don't
I'm
know.
surprised that burned body slam still broke substitute. And
That makes
the reason
sense.
why I stayed in here is because to not let focus punch potentially get clicked in for free, but
Right.
or either
Mm.
focus punch or a substitute. But
Going
then
into the
this Raikou comes out and just kind of wins the game.
yeah, yeah.
I have nothing for it. I can't break this substitute.
Right, because you lax and
I
Steelix,
sacked Steelix way too early.
the two Pokemon that would have dealt with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if this wasn't like like whack ass hidden power water. I had roar on the Steelix for this thing when I was team building. I just fucking forgot in the battle.
Mm-hmm.
So
We can speed it
Nick just take their sweet ass time, just making sure this Thunderbolt kills
it's
fucking
gotta.
everything.
Yeah. There's like something satisfying about it. You gotta go for it for
It's
your
like
soul.
it's like yeah, I know this is gonna do
Yeah.
100% to literally fucking everything.
Nick has lost so many weeks that like
Yeah. I
quick attack
and I
is
believe
crazy.
like I've been running quick attack on Flygon just because like a lot of the times it doesn't need like its fourth move slot.
Mm-hmm.
So quick attack's mainly just there to, uh, again, quickly uh, break a random substitute or random like endures.
I think it's smart.
Like
Yeah,
this,
and
some people have
Select is
like
good.
endure Blaziken, so
Mm-hmm.
like I don't want to
Totally.
counter select sets with endure.
No, that makes sense. Um, I feel like Dougie could have done that this game.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like, yeah, it outspeeds. Make sure like Doug Trio, like if it's low enough,
Mm-hmm.
outspeed, so I don't get like chipped by Doug Trio.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, Nick played it smart.
Yeah, yeah, definitely
And you played it good.
played it smart, and then also
Yeah.
exploding randomly on the fucking Braylon was not the
Mm-hmm.
brightest.
Because I like your team a lot, like your
it,
draft.
it,
I
it's a
think.
good team, like, and especially like this previous week, like while I did spoilers for I guess week 4, but I did lose week 4 as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I actually played that one better.
Yeah, we're both 2-2, so
Yeah.
no hard feelings. But
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
think
so, so
Snorlax Gengar
this
is like
coming
such
week
a good
has a lot on the
advisor.
line.
Yeah. Um.
Now here we go, Muck. I don't understand the reason why uh they drafted Muck. I
I love Mug. It has boom,
again, it's a cool mod, but especially like
and it's like it has a lot of
I
FNAF.
don't think it really it comes into its own until it gets Poison Touch in Gen 5.
I think it's better here than it would be in like a Gen 5 like draft situation, because
Yeah,
it has boom, with
fair,
pre-Gen 4 boom, and Sludge Bomb is a physical move with a thirty
true.
percent chance to poison. It has more base power than Poison Jab.
But the thing is, though, it's like again in Gen 5 Beyond, it has a Poison Jab plus Poison Touch, so that's
Yeah, but then
more
there's
of a
like a
chance to
million
poison.
steel types and stuff. I don't know. Um,
Miloto comes in here, great switch, especially on a Leech Seed to target.
mhm.
Just big
I
just
would
sacking Dragonite pretty
I would
much.
recover if you don't get crit.
Uh, I definitely see like, and also you see the fucking Leech Seed graphics there for some reason.
Hmm.
Um, I definitely see why Nincada pressed Toxic there, just because like you probably want to save the Dragonite.
Yeah, that makes sense. On the projected switch.
On the predicted
Is this
switch just
hidden
to
power
get you.
dark? Or is it hidden power like bug?
Honestly, it might be
Or like
because that is doing a lot of damage.
it could be hidden power bug because Umbreon's attack is pretty low,
Fair.
and this could be like Fizz Def
And yeah,
Blissey.
yeah, they are both physical. Wait, no. Dark is special,
Dark is special, but it would be
and then Bug would
stab.
be physical.
Yeah.
Toxic doesn't really matter too much on Celebi as long as you don't let it rack up, because
Yeah, because you can
natural
switch
cure.
out. I think it's smart making sure this thing can't.
Substitute up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I guess a substitute anyway with the
Oh,
Pitaya
Vic
Berry.
feeling really defeated right now. Said GG, I lose. But you haven't
Yeah,
lost yet,
even though you
dude.
still have more than half
Don't
your
worry
team
about
left.
it. You click the HP here on the switch,
And then
assuming
top
that.
comes out. Great double switch on Nikana's part.
Oh god. Citrus berry.
Citrus in Gen 3. Where it healed for 30 and that's it. 30 HP. Not 30%, 30 HP.
30. I didn't know it was that bad, but I'm still
Yeah.
like, dude, just run
Run
leftovers.
lefties.
Leftovers is so good. This
And
Tauros
then
putting
yeah,
in really
Tauros
a
just
lot of
says,
work for
"Oh hey,
Nincada.
I'm." Tauros is one of those mods where every time I look at it, it's like this is a fast normal type that can just spam body slam yet still doesn't fucking do anything.
Oh, and in this gen, return double edge.
Return double edge,
Mm-hmm.
and then like earthquake. It definitely has a lot more of a niche in this generation
Mm-hmm.
than later, but like
Yeah, I
especially like
actually.
Gen 5 and beyond where it wants to run sheer force.
Mm-hmm.
but it has to resort to rock climb because it was in that weird transitional phase where it didn't have body slam, but it had sheer force.
Didn't have bot. It's crazy. Um.
Because it only got body slam through the Gen 1 TM.
Oh shit. It learns it now, right? It's just like
Yeah, it learns
it's like
it
a TR
now,
kind of
but
thing, or like a
power
TM.
creep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually respect. So I earlier on in the season, especially like at draft, I was like shitting on Nincada quite a bit,
Yeah,
for his team because I thought it
but
didn't accomplish
again,
anything.
he's making it work. So, like
He's
he's
really,
really
I mean,
pulled it
especially
back.
the first week. I do think Sableye is next to useless. I think Sableye really, really sucks and should be
Yeah,
lower. It has no valuable resistances outside of
it has no
normal.
resistances. The only thing it really has is a knockoff, but at the same time, there's a million other things that have knockoff.
Yeah, it's like
Even in
neither of its offenses are super high, neither of its defenses are high. It doesn't have Will-O-Wisp.
hell,
So
it doesn't it practically doesn't even have an ability because
yeah,
its only ability is Kenai.
yeah. So which I don't know. I guess is good versus like uh um what's that move? On ladder, you're allowed to use
Yeah, I could see dropping those. So like random little Timmy's using Mud Slap, I guess.
mud slap. But even the what's the Pidgey move? What's it called? Sand attack.
Sand attack, yeah.
Ninjasks will use that, like lead Ninjasks on ladder.
Yeah.
We'll use that to like get a sub and like get like a +2 boost and keep their sub intact when they baton pass.
Yeah.
Which I think is like so
Yeah.
against the competitive nature of Pokemon, but it's allowed, so you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. And and it's literally so funny that the only reason why they're doing Kenai is because if they had speed boost, they wouldn't be able to sword stance and pass, speed and the sub at the same time.
Yeah.
Speed, the sub, and the attack at the same time.
Um, I think Muck and Golem in modern gens like being like doing next to nothing, but in this gen where
In this gen, being like kind of like sleeper threats, you kind of always have to.
yeah, I mean they both have explosion, so
But both
they
have
can
explosion,
always usually take out something
and
1-on-1. Um,
I remember when I was running Golem on ladder one time. I was running lead Golem, and I put Fire Blast on it, and had like enough special attack investment just so it would guarantee two-shot Skarmory.
okay, I'm with that.
Because no matter how much like attack investment, even like 252 Adamant doesn't two-shot Skarmory
Rock Slide, yeah, yeah, yeah.
with Rock Slide.
I love that. Um, Golem is as fast as Marowak, and we see how
Yeah.
strong that thing is in Gen 3 on ladder.
Well, the thing is, though, it also has Thick Club in ladder.
It also has Thick Club, but Golem has Rock Stab and Boom.
Sure.
So I'm with it. I'm with it. And it's cheaper than Marowak, I'm pretty sure. Um, and he has like the Firewater Grass core, and so I don't know.
Firewater grass, very cheap
I
Firewater
shouldn't
grass core.
have. Well, it's kind of expensive. Celebi is like the highest cost Pokemon.
Yeah, but
Um, so maybe I shouldn't dogged on
yeah,
him too bad because I just lost to him last week. It's very interesting.
yeah,
Nincada's always building teams that I would not build, but seem to work just fine.
yeah. Again, I think when because like I fought him week one, and it was kind of just like, oh hey, he has no earthquake resistance,
Yeah,
and I think it was just like a really
but
bad
also
matchup into
Celebi
me.
wasn't
Well, the
raw.
Celebi thing is that like my main earthquaker is Flygon, so I just have hidden power bug on it.
Yeah, yeah, but Celebi could live one because it's fat. It's 100. Um,
Is it
and it
living
can run
one
HP
from
Ice or
a
something.
choice banded Flygon?
Choice man Flygon, yeah, that's rough. But like I don't know. Into Ludicolo, I would have brought Celebi. I would have brought
Yeah.
Psychic Celebi. Because you don't
It
want to
was
get
weird that
swept by
he
Leech
didn't
Seed.
bring, but that's week one, so
Yeah, it's we figure it out. But
yeah,
I'm happy to see Nincada take my criticism
yeah,
and shit talking and to now have a better record than me. So
yeah.
good for him.
So no, you can't say shit.
Now I can't say I will continue to say shit, but
You will continue to say shit, but
I owe him $30 for art I commissioned for him. So,
it, it's like a swear drop, and instead of like having like swears on it or whatever, it's
mhm.
like every time lunch shit talks, put 5 cents in.
um, Slave versus
Right.
Cheese. This is a team
Mhm.
kill.
Oh god,
This is a Bone Zone Cord team kill.
hate to see it.
I love when
Bouchelle the 2-0er.
I love I love when like friends are battling and it's like all like
And it's just like all
inside
insight.
jokes between them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Biddy Buggy the Heracross because we've been on our Mario Kart wave.
And then here's Espeon taking the mile.
I can't explain getting the cube. It is not appropriate for
And
YouTube.
I mean,
I'd recover here, but
well,
and then one more. Oh, Registeel, that makes sense too.
I just yeah, because they did get the special defense drop, so
Taylor's version. Oh god.
seismic toss here is smart. And power fire into the
Ooh.
crit.
You go back on Blissey.
Oh,
But honestly, like, because a crit with the Spidef drop could have killed Blissey, and you don't want that to
yeah.
happen.
Cheese, apparently.
Because I had the fortress, the shiny fortress named Cheese, apparently.
That's probably the worst thing to steal.
Whoa. The drill pack comes out.
Drill.
Good drill
It's so
pack.
weird seeing like. Again, I love Skarmy in Gen 3 in particular, just
Hmm.
because like it has everything it kind of like needs without being super annoying with like, oh hey, you guessed wrong one time, I now roost, and now you all your progress you made is now undone.
Right.
Like you can actually chip out Skarmory. And then Moltres in here. Will-O-Wisp being the the banded the now banded
I didn't even
Mischievous.
think about that. I'm like, wow, that Shadow Ball did a lot because it's banded.
Yeah, because it
that's
stole it.
that's crazy. This thing could be scary. I don't know if it has Rock Slide. Does it? No, it has Heal Bell. But even
I
like
mean, it's
normal
a normal
stuff.
type, like a very generic normal type, so I guess it would get Rock Slide. The
Hmm.
Hidden Power Ghost is good.
This thing being able to switch moves, honestly, probably beneficial to it at
Yeah,
this
it's
point.
probably a lot scarier than it being locked, and a lot
Yeah.
harder to switch in and out of.
Comically large D. Is +1 Rock Slide gonna kill?
It's not killing.
It killed.
Damn. Okay. Shut me the fuck up then. This is that's greedy. That the greediest fucking Dragonets I've ever fucking seen.
I'm upset.
Like
What?
you go for Rock Slide, and if it doesn't kill you, hope it flinches. That
And
is
it
the
doesn't
play.
kill you up if the Blissey was at half. It's gonna
Let's see
kill.
what's at half. It would most likely kill, and in 99% of universes, I would guess it would kill.
It probably kills without the +1 attack. Like
Yeah.
it's I, after the sand chip
I'm
at
guessing maybe
least.
like the second D dance was because like maybe they don't have like enough speed investment to outspeed Moltres
Even if
at
she didn't have seismic toss, wouldn't like ice beam kill? Like wouldn't like HP grass kill? Like
and doesn't she know that Blissey already had seismic toss? Like did they reveal it earlier?
I think so. This was crazy. Maybe just expecting a soft boiled or something.
Yeah, a
I
soft
don't
boiled, but
know.
like at
I'm
the same time,
confused.
why the fuck would you send this thing in just to get soft boiled on a +1 T-Tar?
Right.
You never want to give this thing a free turn.
No, I'm like honestly like incredibly genuinely confused.
Yeah.
So like good on Slay, I guess.
Like
To just click the only move
this
that
thing
made
could have reverse
sense.
swept. It could have reverse swept.
Like they were even, and she's in
Yeah.
a position to just like bop 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 bop. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess couldn't break through the Heracross just yet, but like you could flinch and then
It one
it could have
it brings it at least either kills it or brings it down low enough to where
mhm,
Sandstorm Chip could
yeah.
potentially bring it out.
Or if you have a moveset of like Rock Slide, Earthquake, HP Flying,
Yeah.
could be something. Um,
Thing coming out.
Another Mario Kart item.
Bucks. Oh, is that what getting the cube is for? Like, a fucking, item box?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's not. It's like it's like a BDSM vacuum sealed cube
Ah,
that was in like a Twitter
okay.
video that you passed
Okay.
around. It's like really funny. We have a playlist called like
That is
beats
probably
that
the
put you in the
most
cube.
profitable turn for G.
Lost its focus and couldn't move. That is some amount of luck. That is
Well,
insane.
and can Heracross like not come in now because doesn't it die to both spikes and sandstorm chip, so it has to come in for free, like on an empty board.
The I wouldn't have switched out Hera. I would have brick breaked because like you can't switch it back in.
Because and
Oh,
get the
aromatherapy.
aromatherapy, but again, it still dies. Still dies again unless you could get in for free.
Yeah, when something dies, you can bring
Yeah.
it in, then it won't take Sandstorm Chip till the end of the turn.
Yeah. But then it's like, oh, it has one chance to do something.
What's the last one on this team? Is it what does she have?
I
There's
think crit is
Dusclops, there's
good.
Zam. I forget the other Pokemon.
Just two bulky normal types just duking it out.
Yeah, they're both pink. I'm a big Miltank fan.
I think it's fun.
Peter-shaped
It's
creature.
Miltank is such like a weird like set of sets. Like it's random like base 100 speed for no
Yeah,
fucking reason.
I love that because you don't have to invest in it to
Yeah,
like
you don't
be
have to
faster
invest in
than
speed,
stuff.
and so you're always faster than their potential like physical wall or special.
Oh, oh,
Yep, sandstorm.
flat bottom
Oh,
trade.
Debbie. So that is probably hidden power grass for this thing specifically. And then
Why would you? Oh, because this thing is chipped. All right.
and then fire punch takes it. It's it, it's so weird seeing Alakazam having like
The
ice and
punches.
fire like
Hmm.
special moves that aren't hidden power.
I I like do a lot of like theory crafting and stuff because I like
Yeah.
wanted to make a like a fan game. Um, and I think
Like
they should give Zam an ability that makes all of his physical moves special,
physical move special.
and it would like and like Machamp the vice versa.
Yeah.
Make
Um
it like a hidden ability or something. I think that would be like so.
that'd be kind of cool. Just and especially like giving it to like random Gen 1 mons probably wouldn't break too many things. Like I could definitely see Alakazam maybe becoming like OU in current generation because of that. Because again, it's still got insane speed and special attack, just
Right,
giving
and
it
it's
more.
competing for like Magic Guard, and it's
Yeah,
competing in like Machamp's case, it'd be competing with like Guts and like Dynamic Punch,
yeah.
Cheese, and stuff. So, um, but like I don't know, thematically, I think you should have it. I think you should use his mind to punch you with a fire fist, like some Hunter Hunter situation.
I've been playing a
She's
lot of
throws so
I've
hard.
been playing Pokerogue recently, and one of the egg moves they give to like the Abra line is they give them both Ice Beam and Flamethrower, which
Oh
is
god,
yeah,
I love
just
Cookie Rogue.
insane early game.
I
and
have like a
now
maxed
even
out
late game.
Sunkern with like Quiver Dance and Hydro Steam, Drought,
I
Chlorophyll.
have that too. That
I
it's fun.
it's my favorite. It's my
It,
favorite little guy.
I have one that's shiny and it's only like, 0.25. I have it pretty much fully maxed out.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh hey, I have one spot left. I need a shiny to boost luck odds. Put it in there.
Got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shinies are good. Um, okay. Last battle, but not least, because this battle gave me dopamine to continue living. Um, me versus Diz, aka Big Liquid. We're gonna get into it.
Okay, but
Um,
that into the Haunter. Well,
I
here
was
the
Lumberry League
Lumberry is
because the
great.
only way this thing wasn't gonna go crazy is if I got burned.
Burned. So it was just
Um,
like, okay, you
and then
need
I couldn't.
the one-time assurance. But
Yeah,
and then now you know. Oh, okay, I was about to say like even if you didn't uh like one shot here, like I don't know, like missed a meteor mash or whatever. Now you know that this thing is carrying Will-O-Wisp. Now you can play around it, but
yeah.
you one shot it. So I just now noticing the fucking ice punch. Special ice punch.
Yeah, well, like Metagross is
Yeah, I know. I'm just like,
his attack
what
isn't that
what nature were you on this thing? Is what I'm.
brave.
Yeah, I was about to say you had to like either cut you had to like cut speed in order for this thing to work because like every other stat is too important to take away from.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
brave.
brave. Um, yep.
Yeah, every other stat was too important to take away from. So I was like,
Well, the Smogon set for like mixed Metagross is like
yeah,
full special attack, quiet nature, which is crazy to me.
yeah,
But it lets like HP Grass do like a lot to Swampert and
do a
like
lot to Pert and
Thunder
then
Punch to like two tap some
Scar.
Skarmory, I think, or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know, but I wanted the attack stat. I wanted to click Meteor Mash. This is a
Medium Mash
really
and
rough
then nope, the
miss.
miss.
Um,
Still switching out there. I, I guess that was the right play in the long run, but it's like,
but like you want to kill meta,
yeah,
right?
you
You
want to
want to.
kill it.
I
You,
guess
you
this
you
was.
don't want to risk it going like again like chipping this
Mm-hmm.
Starmie because like though it's like resisted Meteor Mash, it's still gonna do a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was sassy nature on Claydol to make sure I didn't die to offensive Hydro Pump. Um,
And then the boom here to
and then I boom
kill.
it because that thing's a huge threat.
You sure that's worth it?
This thing
Into
is
the
pretty
Hariyama.
sure this thing is thick fat, like Max Fizdev thick fat.
And then this thing just goes to town, presses Brick Breaker, Cross Chop, or whatever the fuck it wants.
Yeah.
Because the ghost type is dead. The ghost type is dead and the flying type is insanely chipped, so. Wait, no.
And then this, I live the HP fly and I have Max Fizdev counter, which
Counter.
most
Ooh.
Yamas die to that, but I was like impish.
That.
Um,
And then
so
Brick
I was
Break.
cooking.
Good chipping. EQ did nothing.
Barely doing more than like Lefty's recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Again, this is
Both
like
double.
the joy of draft. Just
Yeah.
running, unorthodox sets.
Hmm. I'm a little irritated that Clamperl didn't get to come out and do anything
Aw.
because I really wanted. This was like a decent week for Clamperl.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. And then I got epically owned the week after, so didn't my
Well,
my high didn't last very long. Um, that was it. Do you have a favorite replayer?
um, I th
This was actually
th-
I
eh,
th- I think
this
I
was a good one. Um, again, what brings it down is the very greedy Dragon Dance.
well I would have made um I'm kind of giving everybody that wants to make a thumbnail like the courtesy to like if you have something that speaks to you that like made you laugh or question
Yeah.
or something like do it up. But I would have had like the a 20% T-Tar out clicking Dragon Dance, and it says
Yeah.
like greed has consumed him, or
Creed Atkins.
like something like that. Um, Nincada
Um,
tour.
Nincada was good. Skip over this one. Uh,
um, Dirty
this one's
Jockstrap.
fun.
The
Again,
neck kind of does look like a crusty jockstrap,
yeah.
like
I-
a sock you would
to be
find
honest,
in a.
I would have expected, the BDSM reference on it because it's got the zipper mouth. But
Oh, there you go. Yeah, yeah. All right. We are. You know what I'm really happy about is I don't know if it's updated, but nobody's 4-0,
nobody's foreign.
and I don't think anybody's 0 and. I don't know if anybody's 0 and 4. Hold on.
But it's not like landslides too much yet.
Logan. Did that battle happen yet? Let
Again,
me.
in week four, I definitely did like, even though again I lost week four, I do think I did better with that one just because like I made good plays. It's just that
Mhm.
Diz outsmarted me there. But again, that's technically next week for the viewer.
Yeah, but I'm just everything's really like nobody's totally out yet. I think.
Yeah,
Um, there's still potential for like kind of rough ties to happen
yeah.
and stuff.
Rough ties, comebacks, falls.
Hmm.
It's nobody's guaranteed to you know to be either in playoffs or out of playoffs yet, and that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm really excited. I have to climb my way up from this kind of in contention 2-2 point.
And I'll be standing in your fucking way.
As do you. Um, but in my mind, we both make it out. But I
we're,
don't know if it's gonna happen now that I don't know.
we're both in like our rank down matches, so it's
Yeah,
like we're fighting for our fucking life out here.
those always feel the worst. You ever play oh, I don't know what kind of do you ever play Pokken tournament ranked?
Uh, no, I didn't, but I've played like ranked Guilty Gear where it kind of has like the same thing where it kind of where
It tells you your rank down
yeah,
match.
it
Yeah.
tells you and also the opponent that you're either in your rank up or your rank down match.
And when
So
you
there
want
are
to
times
dog
where
on the
I've been
people.
in ranked and we're both, like have like the rank down message off, but it's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is real.
This is an anime moment. Like we really
It,
have to make it through right
it's like
now.
and those are inherently just more tense than, the mutual like, oh, both rank up matches. Just because like, oh hey, you just lose it. Okay, oh now I just have to win two in order to get back into this situation. Like, but with the rank down matches, like, no, then I have to do a whole ass another grind through another rank again.
It's so it's so frustrating. I think in Pokken it doesn't put you at like the bottom of the previous rank.
um,
It'll put you at like the middle or
with gear,
something
it does that where it puts you back at like the bottom,
in Guilty Gear.
or like you pretty much have to you have to like do the wins again. Like
Mm-hmm. Um, that's rough.
that things that's also one of the reasons why I stopped playing ranked in Guilty.
That's real. Which one do
I
you?
got up I got to floor 10 and then just said nope, I'm done.
Mm,
I'm not even trying to grind for Celestial in that game. I am not, trying to fight fucking no lifers who have for some reason, are level 2 billion on a DLC character that just dropped the week prior.
yeah. They're like they're like why do you keep picking that option? And you're like I don't know. I'm just not unemployed
Yeah,
like that,
e-
dude.
exactly. I don't even fucking know a lot of characters like framed at and shit like that, and these
Yeah.
people are doing that shit where it's like,
They're
oh,
yeah.
this block string is minus X thing. Why didn't you punish it? It's like, bitch, I don't fucking know.
I don't
That didn't feel minus,
know.
so I'm not punishing it.
Not punishing it. Do we have a question of the day for the
Question of the
for the
day.
viewers? I think the question of the day is what Pokemon gym leader would be in Guilty Gear?
Um, I- Jeez. I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like remember Crasher Wake from Gen 4?
Crasher
Like
Wig.
he's like the masked wrestler guy. So I feel like at the same time there's already enough big dudes in Guilty Gear already. So
There is. I think I want to see Fontina as like a zoner.
it, it's kind of like a mix between like Zato and like I don't know like Dizzy.
Yeah.
Or like
Or
has some sort of like puppet character aspects, but yet is like very projectile based.
is who's in that? Who's the I recently started playing Under Night with my friend Jody.
Oh yeah,
Um, is that where Hilda? Do you know? Have you played Under Night?
I haven't played Under Night.
Okay,
No,
is Hilda from Under Night or is she in Guilty Gear?
uh, that is Under Night. So
That is Under Night. Okay. She might play like that too. I feel like she'd be like floating around,
yeah,
throwing projectiles.
yeah.
Um, or Rourke, and he fights with a shovel.
It just has a shovel. Like no Pokemon whatsoever. He just has a
He just
fucking
fights with a
shovel.
shovel. He just throws rocks at you with a shovel. All right. I think that's it. Comment
Yeah.
below what Pokemon gym leader from any generation should be a Guilty Gear character. There you go. Love y'all. Thank
Fuck,
you for
I
watching.
lost the round start Oki to Crasher Wake. Fuck.
No.